tell us about the new developments now.
We've had some conflicting reports in the past half an hour concerning the attacker the suspect in this case, identified by police yesterday. His name is Salah Abdeslam, 26 years old, born in Belgium, of French nationality. An international arrest warrant was issued for him on Sunday by Belgian police. There were reports earlier that he had been arrested. We now know those have been denied. Those are all coming reports from the Belgian broadcasters, but we are not at any way at this stage certain that arrest has happened. We've had denials broadcast in Belgium. As far as we're aware, he is still being sought by Belgian police. His connection to this comes from that he was rented one of the cars used by attackers at Bataclan, which of course where most of the casualties happened, and that is where and that is how police led to trace him and issue that appeal for witnesses and searching for him last night.
Stephen, also more and more of the attackers of the attacks on Friday night are being identified. Tell us a bit more about them.
The French prosecutor gave us more details earlier. We now have 5 of the 7 attackers identified, according to the French prosecutor. First of all, at Bataclan, we have Sami Amamor, 28-year-old from Drancy, a suburb north of Paris. He was placed under formal investigation, the prosecutor said, back in 2012 for terrorism offences. Formal investigation is part of the legal process here in France. It's before somebody is charged, but he broke the rules of his judicial supervision under that formal investigation, and an international arrest warrant was issued for him. Now, we're told that by family quoted by the AFP news agency saying that he went to Syria in 2013. 3 members of his family arrested after searches there in the past 24 hours or so. The other attacker from Bataclan that we have identified is another Frenchman, 29 years old. His name is Ismail Omar Mustafa. Now, interestingly, Turkish authorities have said they warned the French authorities about him twice, once in December of last year and once in June of this year, of his connections and his passage through Turkey earlier. He, of course, is one of the attackers that was killed, the first identified in Bataclan. At the Stade de France, 2 of the attackers there have been identified as well, one by a judicial source, according to the AP news agency. A man called Bilal Hadfi, 20 years old, had lived in Belgium as well. The other man is connected to a Syrian passport, which we've been hearing about over the past couple of days. The name on that passport is Ahmed Al-Mohammed, although the prosecutor did point out they're not sure whether or not this is a real identity, whether that is a real passport that had been found. But the fingerprints, he said, associated with that passport were taken by the man travelling as a refugee into Greece in October of this year, and he was one of the suicide bombers at the Stade de France as well. So that's 2 attackers at the Stade de France, 2 at Bataclan. The 5th that we have identified is the elder brother of the man now being sought by police. His name is Brahim Abdeslam. He exploded his suicide vest in a cafe on Boulevard Voltaire. Nobody else was killed, though, in that explosion.